What's up, everybody? My name is Tycho. Welcome to another movie collection. Today we're going to be doing my movie collection up here, all the way down. So hopefully you guys enjoy. Make sure to leave a like, and say we get into it maybe. So first one we got is Arnold Schwarzenegger in End of Days, the collector's edition. This film is rated R. It doesn't say, but it's a good movie. If you ever wanna check it out, it's a good movie. Next, we got is another Schwarzenegger movie, and that is Terminator 3: Rise of the Machines. This movie is rated R, and it doesn't say. It's a good movie too. Next up, we got another Schwarzenegger movie, is Kindergarten Cop. This movie's rated PG-13. It's a good film. I might watch it tonight. We'll see. Next up is we got the SpongeBob SquarePants, the complete third season. I got the old ones from season 1, 2, and 3. So there's 3 discs in there. I gotta put these things somewhere. Next up is Kiefer Sutherland in Mirrors and Mirrors 2 unrated. First one's rated R for, well, they're both unrated. First one's rated R for strong violence, disturbing images, language, and brief nudity. So there's that. Next film we got here is Hilary Swank in Boys Don't Cry, based on true story. It's rated R. Came out in the 90s. And there it is. When exactly did this come out? Okay, it came out on DVD in 2000, but still, it's 90s. Next up is Eddie Murphy in Daddy Daycare. This movie's rated PG for language. So, there it is. Next up is Jake Gyllenhaal in Forrest Whitaker and Rachel Adams in Southpaw. Has a name and M song in it. This movie's rated R, but it doesn't say. For violence and coarse language, made by Shady Records. So I like that movie. It's pretty good. Next up is Robin Williams in Mrs. Doubtfire. This movie's rated PG-13 for subsexual references. So there's the back. And that's the bonus scenes. That's the DVD. Next up is we got Blockers, aka Cock Blockers. Outrageous unrated bonus content. There's unrated version, and then there's an R-rated version. R-rated version has crude and sexual content and language throughout, drug content, teen partying, and some graphic nudity. So that's what it looks like. There's a disc. Next up is a unrated director's cut of Notorious, made after Notorious B.I.G. There's the back. This film's rated R for pervasive language, some strong sexuality, including dialogue, nudity, and drug content. Next up is 4-movie marathon horror collection. I got Slither, Altered, Cry Wolf, and The Return, which I've never seen these 2 movies. I have these ones. And there's the back. Slither is rated R. That's a Rob Zombie film. It's rated R for strong horror, violence, and gore in language. Altered is rated R for strong violence and gore, pervasive language. Cry Wolf, unrated, doesn't say. And then The Return's rated PG-13 for violence, terror, disturbing images. Here they are. They're falling apart. Next one is a double feature, which is Hugo and Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Willy Wonka is rated G, and The other one's rated PG. I don't think this one's in there. Now Hugo is, one is not. Next up is SpongeBob SquarePants Extreme Karate. There's the back. Next up is X-Men Days of Future Past. Oh, there's the back. This film's rated PG-13 for sequences of intense sci-fi violence and action, some suggestive material, nudity, and language. Kind of like I think isn't that the first time since X-Men kind of had like some form of nudity in it, or am I just wrong? Next up is the Laugh Out Loud double feature, The Interview, and This Is the End. Here's the back. The Interview is rated R for pervasive language, crude sexual humor, nudity, some drug use, and bloody violence. And This Is the End is rated R for crude and sexual content throughout, brief, graphic nudity, pervasive language, drug use, and some violence. And they're both on one disc, so that's pretty neat. This is, it says the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but it's not. It's Peter Wagner, Dolly Parton, and Jim Reeves. I picked it up from somewhere. So, this one doesn't say. Oh, it's a game. It's front, so that shouldn't even be in there. Next one we got is Kick-Ass. There's the back. This film's rated R for strong, brutal violence throughout, pervasive language, sexual content, nudity, and some drug use, some involving children. Then we got Fast and Furious. There's the back. It's PG-13. Shouldn't even have to tell you what's on it. Next one we got is Kick-Ass 2. This is the sleeve. There's the back. This one's rated R for strong violence, pervasive language, crude and sexual content, and brief nudity. We got The Other Woman. There's the back. It's rated PG-13. Next up we got is Ghostbusters 2. There's the back. This is rated PG. Chuck Norris and Silent Rage. This film is rated R. John Travolta and Urban Cowboy. I think this is rated PG, yeah. Annabelle 3 Collection, which has Annabelle, Annabelle Creation, Annabelle Comes Home, all rated R. There's no nudity in them or nothing. Next up we got here is SpongeBob SquarePants, complete first season. I don't think I'm gonna show that. I'll just show this. This is a pretty cool. No, I didn't get the movie. It was empty. I got it from the yard sale, but I like the cover of it. It's Friday the 13th, Part 3, 3D, Deluxe Edition. Here's the back. This is just a sleeve, though. They're the original. But that. That's rated R. What is this? Fright Night? Oh, it was. Got Home of the Giants. Good movies, rated PG-13. This is Terminator 3 the game, but it has movies in it like Scooby-Doo and the Alien Invaders and If I Stay. I got this from McDonald's. No, I got this from Wendy's. Back when Wendy's used to give out DVDs. Mystery Mansion. Can never find this. It's 80s, but it's 3 PG. And there it is. I got this from Wendy's years ago. Special edition, apparently. Next one we got here is Man on Fire. There's nothing on the back, but there's a disc. Scooby-Doo and the Alien Invaders. We're getting into Scooby-Doo's now. 4 kids film Scooby-Doo Monsters, Scooby-Doo and the Goblin King, Ghost Skull, Monster of Mexico, and Reluctant Werewolf. Right there. That's the back. We got What's New Scooby-Doo Volume 3, Halloween Boo Clues. That's the back. This is new. This is Straight Out of Nowhere. Scooby-Doo meets Courage the Cowardly Dog. It was a weird movie. The Scooby-Doo Where Are You Complete series, which has Volume 1, 2, and 3. What's New Scooby-Doo Volume 4 meets Merry Scary Holiday. What's New Scooby-Doo Ghosts on the Go. These are episodes. So, Scooby-Doo Mystery Double, which is their live-action horrible films. Scooby-Doo The Mystery Begins and The Curse of the Lake Monster, which they're not horrible, but they're not great. Scooby-Doo Pirates Ahoy, original movie. Shit, I haven't seen that movie in a long time. We also got What's New Scooby-Doo Monster Matinee, or whatever. Scooby-Doo The Legend of the Vampire, Where's My Mummy, Samurai Sword, and The Legend of the Brontosaurus, or whatever. Next up we got is John Carpenter's original Halloween with Jamie Lee Curtis. It's rated R. Came out in the 70s. Katie Holmes and Josh Lucas in The Secret Dare to Dream. That's a good movie. And we also got Sleepaway Camp 2. And that is it for that row. Time for the next row. We got for Blu-ray is Blast House on the left, unrated, the original. This one's rated R, but it's unrated. So that's what it looks like. Next up is Tom Hanks in Big. This film is rated PG, and there's an unrated version too, apparently I didn't know about. Next up we go is Mark Wahlberg in Mile 22. This one's rated R for strong violence and language throughout. That's what it looks like. The Visit. This one's rated PG-13 for disturbing thematic material, including terror, violence, and some nudity, and for brief language. It's a pretty scary movie. Next up is Rob Zombie, 31. This film is rated R for strong, bloody horror, violence, pervasive language, sexual content, and drug use. Next up what we got is Grown Ups 2, rated PG-13. Next up we got is Dwayne The Rock Johnson and Billy Bob Thornton in Faster. It's rated R for strong violence, some drug use, and language. We got the 5-film Nicholas Sparks films like The Lucky One, Knights of Romadine, The Notebook, A Walk to Remember, and Message in the Bottle. All rated PG-13. Lucky One has some sexuality and violence. Notebook, some sexuality, just a little bit of like sex in here and there. Next up we got is Chloe Grace Moretz in The Miseducation of Cameron Post, which I didn't know was a lesbian movie, but apparently it is. It's a rated R. What we got here is Star is Born. It's my mom's movie. It's rated R for language throughout, some sexuality, nudity, and substance abuse. It's a good movie. I like it. Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw. Rated PG-13. This movie is fucking awesome. Next up is Altered, like I showed you before. Rated R. We got The Impractical Jokers, complete first season. It's TVMA. Next up we got, I just bought this movie and this other one. 13 going on 30, and Catch and Release, both rated PG-13. Got Escape Plan 2, and Escape Plan 3, all rated R. Next up is Jim Carrey and the Lemony Snicket, a series of unfortunate events, rated PG. We got Trainwreck unrated, and also has an R-rated version with strong sexual content, nudity, language, and some drug use. That was a funny movie. Sylvester Stallone and Backtrace, never even got to watch it. It's rated R. Next up is Kevin Costner in Field of Dreams, rated PG. Came out in 1989. We got the double feature of Halloween 2 and Halloween 3, all rated R. I'm pretty sure. No, it's not in here. We got The Ring, rated PG-13. Tyler Perry's The Family That Prays, rated PG-13. Come on. Blu-ray, we got Chloe Grace Moretz in the remastered remake of Carrie. This is rated R for bloody violence, disturbing images, language, and some sexual content. It's a good movie. Next up we got is The Dark Knight Rises, rated PG-13. Hugo again, this time on here, rated PG. Never even got to watch it. We got Terminator 2, Judgment Day, Blu-ray and digital special edition. It's rated R. There's an unrated version too. It's rated R for strong sci-fi violence. Strong sci-fi action and violence, and for language and brief nudity. We got The Terminator, rated R. And the Harry Potter complete 8-film collection on Blu-ray. Every single one. Next up we got is Insidious Chapter 2, rated PG-13. Stallone and Rocky Balboa, rated PG. Donnie Darko. This film's rated R for language, some underage drug and alcohol use, and violence. American History X and History of Violence. American History X is rated R for graphic, brutal violence, including rape, pervasive language, strong sexuality, and nudity. History of Violence is rated R for strong, brutal violence, graphic, sexuality, nudity, language, and some drug use. Next up we got is Unfriended. It's rated R for violent content, pervasive language, some sexuality, and drug and alcohol use, all involving teens. Next up we got is Are You Here? It's rated R for language, drug use, some sexual content, and nudity. Next we got Insidious Chapter 3. It's rated PG-13. We got the 40-year-old version, unrated, now lasts 17 minutes longer. It's rated R. We got Terminator 2 Judgment Day, disc only made, and this one has for rated R for graphic language, strong violence, nudity, and sexual content. So, next up we got is The Last King. It's rated R for violence and a scene of sexuality. Never got to watch that either. And then we got the Ghostbusters and Ghostbusters 2. Flat ones. Arnold Schwarzenegger in Predator. Collector's Edition. Next up is Date Movie, unrated. You're in the thing. Okay, we're back. Next up we got is the box art broke, but it's Breaking Bad, the 5th season. Next up is Ted 2 unrated. We got Super Troopers, so there's something about Mary, Grandma's Boy, and the Girl Next Door. Super Troopers radar for language, sexual content, and some sexual drug use. Hold on one second. Okay, we're back. Super Troopers radar for language, sexual content, and sexual drug use, which is weird. Never heard of that. There's something about Mary. These are all unrated. There's radar for strong comic, sexual content, and language. Grandma's Boy's radar for drug use, strong language, strong crude and sexual humor, and nudity. And Girl Next Door is unrated. But the R-rated version contains strong sexual content, language, and drug alcohol use. Unrated version is different, so that's what it looks like. Next is Pete Davidson in King of Staten Island. It's radar for language, drug use throughout, sexual content, some violence, and bloody images. I never even got to finish that. Next up is We Bought a Zoo, rated PG. It's a good movie. A Million Ways to Die in the West, rated R. Problem Child 1 and 2, rated PG and PG-13. Click, rated PG-13. The Twilight Saga Breaking Dawn Part 2, 3-disc DVD plus digital copy in Ultraviolet. It's the Ultraviolet version. So, If I Stay, rated PG-13. That was in here. Oh, the fucking movie. Next up is Rob Zombie's A House of 1,000 Corpse. It's radar for strong sadistic violence, gore, sexuality, and language, which there's nudity in it. Next up is Austin Powers International Man of Mystery, rated PG-13, for nudity, sex-related dialogue, and humor. The Social Network, rated PG-13. It's about Facebook, clearly. The Blair Witch Project, rated R. Teen Titans: A Complete First Season. It's not rated. The Night Before. It's rated R for drug use, language throughout, some strong sexual content, and graphic nudity. It's a funny movie. Next up we got is The Expendables and The Expendables 2. Both rated R. Next up is Snowpiercer. It's rated R for violence, language, and some drug content. It's a strange movie. We got the American Pie 4 movie collection unrated, which has American Pie, American Pie 2, American Wedding, and American Reunion. All unrated. And then we got the American Pie complete collection, includes 8 movies, all unrated, which is American Pie, American Pie 2, American Wedding, American Reunion, Band Camp, The Naked Mile, Beta House, and The Book of Love. Are they all in here though? No, just Beta House and The Book of Love. Well, that sucks. Next up is Stand By Me. It's rated R. It's a really good movie. We got Due Date, which is rated R for language, drug use, and sexual content. Next up is Wedding Crashers and The Wedding Singer, which Wedding Crashers rated R for sexual content, nudity, and language, and Wedding Singer is not unrated. Next up we got is Air Bud 7th Inning Fetch, which is rated P or rated G. Next up is Will Ferrell in Talladega Nights about Ricky Bobby, unrated and uncut, which makes it R-rated. Next up is Fast and Furious Collection 5 and 6, PG-13. The Notebook, which is rated PG-13. Knocked Up 2-disc collector's edition, extended and unrated. I have like 2 box arts of this. This one I think opens like that, yeah. We got the Invitation Gang. Tooth Fairy. The Conjuring. Haunted House. Pleasantville. It says A Haunted House, Pulse, and Prank. Misery. Fear. The Incredibles 2. Max Payne unrated. Got it from Hollywood Video. When I was a kid. Homefront, which is Radar. SpongeBob SquarePants, a complete 2nd season. Beneath the Darkness. Prom Night, unrated version. £7. It's rated PG-13. Easy A. Taken 1 and 2 unrated versions. Parker, which is Radar for strong violence, language throughout, and brief sexual content / nudity. The Bourne Ultimatum, which still haven't seen. National Lampoon's Vacation. It's Radar. White House Down. Is it even in there? Oh yeah. We got the 5 film collection comedy: Blazing Saddles, Caddyshack, National Lampoon's Vacation, Grumpy Old Men, Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. Got another 5 film collection: North by Northwest, Lethal Weapon, The Fugitive, Shawshank Redemption, LA Confidential. Uncle Buck and the Great Outdoors. There's so much. We We got the Laugh Out Loud 3 film collection, Zombieland, Not Another Teen Movie, uncensored, in 30 minutes or less. Rare Bud Golden Receiver. Let's Be Cops. The 2018 film of Halloween. That's the box art. Monster House. Terminator Salvation, the R-rated film. The R-rated version was rated R for violence and brief nudity. That's the box art version. What's new? Scooby-Doo Zoiks camera action. What happens in Vegas? Chucky, the complete collection. The recently released Halloween Kills box art extended edition with alternate ending. The Fate of the Furious. Kane and See No Evil. Signs. The Hangover Part 3. Knowing. Wes Craven, The People Under the Stairs. Shrek 2. "21 Jump Street." Non-Stop. Breaking Bad, the 5th season again. Terminator Sarcona Chronicles box art. Slither. It's been 33 minutes. Not even done yet. The Dark Knight. The Friday 3 film collection, which features Friday, next Friday, and Friday after the next. Friday after next. Whatever. Schwarzenegger and Maggie. Bad Boys for Life. What's New? Scooby-Doo complete season 2. X-Men First Class. Straight Outta Compton. And the King of Staten Island's in here too. Underworld Trilogy, which has Underworld Evolution and Underworld Rise of the Lycans, unrated. The Ugly Truth. Girl Interrupted. Cat Dog, the complete series, 1 and 6. Four Christmases. Jarhead. Airplane. Don't Call Me Shirley edition. Paul Blart Mall Cop. Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle Extreme, unrated. Not a movie to watch while you're, with your parents. The Little Vampire. Family Guy, Disc 2, Volume 5. Paul Blart Mall Cop 2. Gone Girl. Crank. Nightmare on Elm Street remake. Rob Zombie, The Devil's Rejects, unrated. Deadpool. The Hunger Games. Juno. Grown Ups. Pineapple Express. Max Keeble's Big Movie. It says Josh Peck in it. The 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo complete series. Scooby-Doo's Spookiest Tales. What's New Scooby-Doo? Route Scary. Scooby-Doo, Aloha Scooby-Doo, and Scooby-Doo and the Pirates. Scooby-Doo and the Boo Brothers. Scooby-Doo and the Goblin King box art. World War Z. National Lampoon's Van Wilder 2-disc set. Von Gone Wilder, the unrated version, which the title screen has tits and everything. The Incredibles. Christmas Vacation. This is a broken box art of Sarah Connor Chronicles Season 2. The Strangers, unrated. The Last Song. Unwed Father, which is 80s, I think. 1997. It's not rated. Silver Linings Playbook, which has Church theme, course language, and nudity. Igor, Lebro, Mac and Me, and the whole reason I bought it is because it has little monsters in it. The Bromantic 3-movie unrated collection, 40-year virgin, Knocked Up, and Forgetting Sarah Marshall. They got 2 versions, unrated and theoretical. And we're almost done. Just one more row. Just one more. We got Underworld Awakening. Your Next box art. The Goonies. Rocky IV. Decoys. Which is radar for sexuality and nudity. The Monsters Family Portrait in full color. Big Daddy. Kiefer Sutherland and Reese Witherspoon in Freeway. Transporter. The Amityville Horror remake. Kiefer Sutherland and Donald Sutherland in Forsaken. Yeah, watch it. Family Guy Volume 5. Transformers 2-disc Special Edition. The Transporter Special Edition. The Blind Side. 3 movie leading ladies collection. 28 Days Net in Premonition. Deluxe edition of Frosty the Snowman on a wrapped. This is 50s, ain't it? Yeah, it's 50s. Four Brothers Special Collector's Edition. Which I don't see anything special about it. The complete series of Breaking Bad, which we have the first season, Breaking Bad. Second season, Breaking Bad. Third season of Breaking Bad. The fourth season of Breaking Bad. And the fifth season of Breaking Bad. Next is Porky's, the One Size Fits All edition. 70s. The Amazing Spider-Man. That's Andrew Garfield. Leatherface. And 21 Jump Street's in here. Double feature, Sabotage and Killer Elite. The Boy Next Door. Batter Santa, unrated. Taken 3. Hostel and Hostel Part 2. Mechanic. Crank 2 High Voltage. 8 Mile. Bad Moms. Heaven is for Real. The Amityville Horror Original. Zero Dark 30. Knocked Up, unrated, unprotected. Hot Tub Time Machine, I Hope They Serve Beer in Hell, and Bachelor's Party 2, The Last Temptation, all unrated. Another copy of Scooby-Doo and the Pirates. Lifetime original movie, She's Too Young. Fast 9. Old Yeller. Spaceballs. Lucy. Thor. The Untold Story of Tupac Shakur. All Eyes on Me. Box art. Neighbors 2. Jim Carrey in the unrated special edition of Number 23. Scary Movie 2. It has strong sexual and gross humor, graphic language, some drug content, graphic nudity. Yeah. Jack Black in Goosebumps, box art edition. Robin Williams in Good Will Hunting. Amazing movie. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1. Mark Wahlberg and Jennifer Aniston in Rockstar. Fuck me. House of Wax. Horrible Bosses 2. The Amityville, not the Addams Family Values. Prancer, which has Sam Elliott in it. Curse of Chucky unrated. Horrible Bosses. Children of the Corn Collection. And the last ones are Sam Elliott in Mask. The Three Stooges, 1934 to 1959, complete DVD collection. Box art. Robin Williams and Robert De Niro in Awakenings. The 4 horror movie Unleashed collection, The Blob, Christine, Fright Night, and The Seventh Sign. And the last one is Kiefer Sutherland in Flatliners. Well, this has been my humongous collection here. And hopefully you guys enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like. And we'll be getting more, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.